Adam Katz for the Hardcore Camping Gear channel. Today with an instructional, we're going to show you how to set up the ICS Improved Combat Shelter tent. I got a request from one of our subscribers who said, can you show us how to set this thing up? This is a Red Camp tarp that I used to put underneath the tent just to protect the bottom. The dimensions of this are 36 inches by 83 inches and it fits beneath this tent pretty much perfectly. All right, so let's go ahead and open up the tent itself. So guys, basically what we've got here is we've got the tent and the fly, or the fly in the tent. I'm not sure which one this is. We'll get into that in a minute. Actually, this one's the fly because it's got the snaps on it, or the buckle clips. You've got your stakes with the instructions right here. The instructions are virtually useless. You've got your repair kit here. You've got one additional stake that kind of came out. Put that back in there. The thing to look for when you get your new tent, when you get this tent, is that this tent should have two separate poles for the tent itself and one for the fly. There have been some reports of people opening up their new tent, getting out into the field with it, and they discovered that they've got only one of these, one of the tent poles and two of the fly poles. So you want to make sure that you've got two of the tent poles and one of the fly poles. If not, send it back to whoever you bought it from. There's a lot of questions online about this being a little bit difficult to set up or how to set it up. And when I first got it, I looked online at some of the other video reviews and they were a little bit lacking. Like they jump from one step to the next and you'd be left asking, wait a minute, where did he put that pole? Was it in the first hole or the second hole, etc., etc. So I'm doing this in the Hardcore Camping Gear channel garage today because it is super windy outside and we've just had a bunch of snow and rain and all kinds of other bad weather. So it's a little bit muddy and I didn't want to get this thing dirty because we are looking to sell it. So stick with me and we'll get into it. By the way, the Hardcore Camping Gear channel, it's a channel designed to explore and review the camping gear that you need to be self-contained, self-reliant, and most of all comfortable camping in the outdoors without having to spend big bucks on an expensive RV or travel trailer. And by the way, when it comes to this tent, I'm no expert. I wasn't in the military. I'm sure there are a lot of guys who've set this tent up like 1,000 times and would be much better to teach how to set this tent up. But because there was a lack of instructions online and the instructions that it came with were like a Xerox copy of the original instructions and they were mostly unreadable, and the parts that were readable really didn't make a whole lot of sense. So I'm hoping to help you guys out, the guys who either have this tent and want to know how to set it up or are thinking about buying this tent and maybe were a little bit hesitant because they were worried about how difficult it might be to set this tent up. It's really not. It's a fairly easy tent to set up. Okay, just a quick point here. The one, when you just hold it up, that has the black on the inside, that's your fly. The main thing is that you want to start by setting up the tent, not the fly. So we're going to put this over here for now. And I'm just going to spread this out, just like this. Now I want to point out something. I don't know if you could see this from here, but the corners, each corner has two holes. My understanding is that the tent pole goes in the first hole closest to the fabric, and then the second one can be used to stake out, I guess. And then you've got the buckle where you would attach your fly. We're going to open up our tent poles, just like that. Step 2 usually involves having a beer. If you watch Steve Wallace, I salute you. Steve Wallace, by the way, Camping with Steve on YouTube. Great channel. The guy is crazy. He's a Canadian, camping in like negative 30-degree weather. Truly insane. So we are going to put this together like this. Okay, so these will cross. Now, if you look at the very top of the tent, in the very middle, there's a loop here. Now, I don't know if this was designed to be like guy lined out, you know, to a tree or something to help keep the tent up, but it seems like if you put your poles through here, it seems like it kind of keeps the tent up a little bit better. May not make a difference, I don't know, but on the other hand, it may be that this is actually the way to do it, and so I'm going to do it. Go through there. Now, what we want to do is that you've got these clips on the top, just like any tent, and let's see if I can remember how to do this. We're going to put the clips simply on the poles. Yeah, let's see here. Go like that. And these things are a little bit hard to put on. Watch, I'll probably have to undo it when I realize I've done it backwards. Let's see, go like that, and this one here. That one here. Just like that. Come down here with these. So now what we're going to do is you've got the two holes here on the strap. Just going to stick that one in there. And we're going to stick this one in here. So you see there's two there. It just goes in here. You can see these clips here. Let's see where we're at here. Just like that. So the clip just goes over that. It's really not that complicated. By the way, I should point out, just in case any of you are at home and a little bit nervous right now, these fuel containers are empty. Just gonna kind of bend this up, if I remember correctly. Just like that. And that one's gonna go, let's see, that one here. I'm gonna bend that down. Hopefully I'm still in frame. Stick that one through there, just like that. That simply sits up there. And we've got that one there, we've got that one there. Good. Now this is pretty light. I think I've got it turned around for you guys. I'll flip that around there. See, here's one I missed, so I'm going to just put that right on there. And you see what else we've got here. I've got two on the same pole. That's no good. Okay, let me show you where we're at so far, up close. So you've got a clip here. That's what the clips look like. Then you're coming up here. Just like that. And just to be clear, again, there's two holes where you can possibly put these poles, but it makes sense to me to put the pole into the one closest to the fabric, and then the second one would be if you wanted to put your stake down right there. Okay, so at that point you're going to stake out the four corners into the ground if you're outside, for example. And now let's see how to put the rain fly on. Okay, so the rain fly works like this. You've got this hole right here where the pole is going to attach to, and then you've got this fabric sleeve where you run the fly pole through. Put that through there. And that comes out, and now the tricky part is that there's another sleeve here. You have to line it up. Not too terribly bad. So I've just got that through like that. And whoop, it went a little bit too far through. So here's kind of the confusing part about this tent. The rain fly has to go on perpendicular. The pole is perpendicular, not parallel, perpendicular to the tent. Okay, so once you've got that, like that, then you're going to come around here. Very careful not to bump your head into the tennis ball that you use for parking. And you simply clip this into the clips down here. Like that. And we're going to go catty corner. Come over here to this one here. Just like that. This one here. And you can see that starts to put some tension on the fly. Got that one there. And this one here. So just like that. Now, it should, see if I'm in frame here. This, once you get it staked out, it'll pull this a little bit tighter. But that's basically it. That's the basic setup. If you have experience with this tent, I'd love to hear about your experiences in the comment section below. Hey, I'm Adam Katz for the Hardcore Camping Gear channel. The gear, certainly hardcore. Me, not so much. You might even say softcore. But appreciate you watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Appreciate your time.